always speak the truth. Think before you speak. Write it down afterward.
Here comes someone. Perhaps you could help me. But she does it all. Like a walking chess piece.
You? Where do you come from? Where are you going? Look up, speak nicely, and don't twiddle your fingers all the time.
I was wondering if you could help me. I'm afraid I've lost my way.
I don't know what you mean by your way. All the ways about here belong to me. Why did you come out here at all? Curtsy while you're thinking of what to say. It saves time. Why are you staring?
It's your crown. It's the strangest crown I've ever seen. It looks exactly like a chess piece.
It is a chess piece. I'm the red chess queen. Don't you know anything? Look out there. What do you see?
Why, countryside looks exactly like a giant chessboard.
Open your mouth a little wider when you speak, and always say your majesty.
There ought to be some chessmen moving about. Your majesty. And so there are. What fun. It's a great huge game of chess being played all over the world. I wouldn't mind being a chess pawn myself if only I could join a game. All day, I should like to be Queen Best. Your majesty.
Well, that is easily managed. When you get to the 8th square, you shall be a queen.
That's all there is to it?
You're not there yet.
Oh, my sister will be so surprised. And Dinah.
No more talking, only running.
Running?
Faster, faster!
Where are we going?
Faster, faster, now, now!
This is stranger than the caucus race!
Faster, faster! You may rest a little now.
Why, I don't believe we've gone anywhere. Everything's just as it was.
Of course it is. How else would you have it?
Well, in my country, we generally get someone else if we've been running for a long time as we've been doing them.
A slow sort of country. Now here you see, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. If you want to get somewhere else, you must run at least twice as fast. And remember, in Wonderland, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
How might reach the 8th square?
Take a train, I should think. You'll find yourself in the 4th square in no time. Now that square belongs to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The 5th is mostly water. The 6th one belongs to Humpty Dumpty. The 7th square is forest. However, one of the knights will show you the way. And in the 8th square, we shall be queens together, monarchs supreme, all feasting and fun.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Can we go at once? Off with his head! Off with his head! Whoever is that? Off with his head! What do you suppose the poor fellow has done?
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts, and took them quite away.
The King of Hearts called for the tarts, and beat the knave full sore. The Knave of Hearts brought back the tarts, and vowed he'd steal no more.
Off with his head! Oh, I do wish you'd stop saying that. Off with her head!
Don't forget the croquet game. Bring your own flamingo.
Yes, Mum.
Proceed! Sentence first, verdict afterwards. Off with his head! Don't you suppose that poor fellow will get a trial?
I suppose.
And my question is, why would you have to take a flamingo to her croquet game?
Silly question. Queen of Hearts is ruler here. We do as she commands. We use the flamingos as mallets to hit the croquet ball. Come along, the 8th square is quite some distance. We'll have to run twice as fast as before. Faster, faster!
I'm trying!
Faster, faster!
Wait! Please wait! Don't leave me behind running as fast as I can!
Alice continued to run as fast as her young legs would carry her. She soon discovered that Wonderland was made up of many paths, winding here and there. Just when she feared she would never find her way out, she heard a very sleepy voice. She was about to come face to face with the largest caterpillar she would ever see.
You are elf, Father William, and your jaws are too big for anything tougher than sit. Yet you finish the goose with nothing but the bones and the feet. Pray, how did you manage to do it?
Oh, I'll never catch up with that Red Queen. I've never seen anyone travel as fast as she. Ow!
Who are you?
Oh, well, I hardly know, ma'am, at present. Oh, I know who I was when I got up this morning.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
I'm afraid that I can't put it any more clearly. Wonderland is a very strange place, and it does confuse one.
Not a bit.
It certainly confuses me.
You. Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why?
I am not going to just stand here and listen to this nonsense.
That's all you're going to hear in this place. North, east, south, west. All nonsense. Well, can you recite my favorite poem?
What is your favorite poem?
You are old, Father William.
I think so.
Yeah.
You are old, Father Williams, the young man said, and your hair has become very white, yet you incessantly stand on your head. What is the meaning of that?
Another verse, only louder. Don't slur your words.
In my youth, Father Williams replied to his son, I feared it might injure the brain, but now that I'm perfectly sure I'm none, why, I do it again and again.
Another verse with more feeling this time.
You are old, Father Williams, the young man said, and you have grown uncommonly fat. Yet you turned a back somersault and at the door. Pray, what is the meaning of that?
Stop. That is not said right from beginning to end.
Well, I wish you creatures in Wonderland would be so easily offended.
You'll get used to it in time.
At precisely that moment, Alice came face to face with a footman. A fish footman who had been sent to deliver an important invitation.
To the Duchess.
An invitation to play croquet from the Queen of Hearts.
You were talking about the Duchess. How could I have forgotten about the Duchess? Again, this is absolutely impossible.
For the Duchess from the Queen of Hearts, an invitation to play croquet.
There's no use in knocking.
Why not?
First, because I answer the door and I'm on the same side of the door as you. Secondly, because they're making so much noise inside, no one could possibly hear you.
I don't hear anything.
You will.
And if nobody is answered the door, how am I to get in?
Are you to get in at all? That's the question.
It's really dreadful the way all these creatures argue. It's enough to drive one crazy. sure the caterpillar's wrong. I won't get used to it in time. Suit yourself, but what am I to do? Anything you like. There's no use talking to her. She's perfectly ridiculous. Anybody home?
Alice knocked and knocked on the door, but to no avail. Tired of this shabby treatment, Alice stepped into the kitchen to see what Wonderland had in store for her now.
Mr. Linden.
Speak roughly to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. Achoo! He only does to annoy because he knows it teeth. Achoo!
Pow, pow, pow! Soup needs more pepper!
Pig! That's too much pepper. And that's what you...
Too much pepper in the soup! Pig!
Please, would somebody tell me what that is?
Don't you know anything? You're looking at a Cheshire cat.
It's not a cat at all. It's a smile.
More like a grin.
More pepper!
Tell me why your cat grins like that?
What a dull girl you are. It's a Cheshire cat, I told you. They always grin. It's all the good for.
Nice teeth.
Pig!
Well, I didn't know that Cheshire cats always grin. In fact, I didn't know they could grin at all.
They can, and most of them do.
Mind what you're doing.
Here, you take care of her. I must go and get ready to play croquet with the queen. Pig!
Good one. Well, if I just keep this child away, there's no telling what might happen to it.
Utter!
Don't sneeze so close to the baby.
It's not a baby.
Don't pepper the baby.
It's a pig. See for yourself.
And mine, it is a pig. Don't grunt. Grunt is not a proper way of expressing oneself. If you're going to turn into a pig, my dear, I shall have nothing more to do with you.
Here, I know how to deal with this sort. Pow, pow!
If it had grown up, it would have been a dreadfully ugly child.
But a rather handsome pig.
Oh, I can't stand you making no progress. I'm on my way to the 8th chess square.
In that case, you better take some pepper.
Achoo, please stop!
Pow, pow!
Alice was in desperate need of some fresh air to clear her nose of all that pepper. She found herself on yet another path, where she discovered that everyone in Wonderland seemed to enjoy running everywhere they went.
Oh.
Well, you know, last year I went to the croquet game and I found it quite... Whatever has become of that little girl sort of make it to the 8th square where she runs and plays.
Nonsense!
You can't be off to go play croquet with the queen.
Why not?
You don't have a flamingo.
I have an invitation. One invitation is worth 2 flamingos.
Well, we mustn't keep her waiting. You know how angry the Queen of Hearts can get.
I know how angry I can get if I stand in one place too long.
Shall we run twice as fast?
Why not?
That was the Duchess! How could I have forgotten about the most important person here today?
Meow. That was like a very good-natured cat. Perhaps you'd help me?
Meow! It's nice to see you again.
Again? Have we ever met?
Back at the Duchess's. Don't you remember me? I'm the Cheshire Cat.
Oh, well, I met your grin there. But I didn't meet you.
I was there the whole time. I fade in and out in the mood strikes.
And your grin.
I carry it everywhere I go. Otherwise, someone might steal it.
I'm having State Square. Would you please tell me which way I should go from here?
Well, that depends a great deal on where you want to get to. In
that direction, there's a Mad Hatter. And in that direction, there's a March Hare. Either way you go, they're both mad.
I don't want to go among mad people.
You can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad.
How do you know I'm mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't have come here. Tell me, do you play croquet with the Queen today?
Oh, I should like to, but I haven't been invited.
By the way, what became of that baby? I forgot to ask.
It turned into a pig.
I thought it would. It always does.
The 8th square. How do I reach it? Cheshire Cat, when did you come back?
Oh, look at her, not even talking to us.
So rude, and her clothes are ridiculous.
I agree.
If you think we're wax statues, you ought to pay, you know. Wax statues weren't made to be looked at for nothing. Now how?
Contrary-wise, if you think we're alive, you ought to speak.
I didn't mean to stare. This must be Tweedledum and Tweedledee. I'm in the 4th square. Tell me, which is the best way out of these woods?
You've begun wrong. The first thing in a visit is to say, how do you do, and shake hands.
How do you do? And shake hands.
How do you do? And shake hands.
How do you do and shake hands?
How do you do? And shake hands.
How do you do? And shake hands.
Shall we dance?
Delighted. Four times round's enough for one dance.
Now how?
Contrary-wise.
I have so much to ask. I hope you aren't tired from your little dance.
Oh, thank you for asking.
Much obliged. Do you like poetry?
Would you please tell me which path I should take?
The Walrus and the Carpenter is our favorite.
Well, I'd care to hear it.
It's all about a walrus and the carpenter who tricks some oysters into taking a walk with them.
And then they eat the oysters.
You shouldn't laugh. I feel sorry for the little oysters.
Oh, don't be. They weren't real.
And besides, you haven't heard the poem yet.
I don't intend to.
In that case, we'll begin at once.
Selfish things!
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might, and it did its very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was all because it was the middle of the night.
A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. Oh, oyster, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we try to come again? But the answer came that none. And this was scarcely all because they'd eaten every one. Delicious, I can almost...
By this time, Alice found herself quite tired of the twins. She was also in dire need of refreshment, for she was most relieved when the path she took this time led her to what resembled a most fanciful tea party.
More tea? How nice, how civilized. Tea talk. And I do hope I'm not intruding. Ah! No! There's plenty of room.
Who is she?
Didn't you invite her?
Certainly not. There's no room for extra guests.
Have some wine. Oh, I don't see any. Of course, there isn't any. Then it wasn't polite of you to offer it. It wasn't polite of you to sit down past being invited. I didn't know it was your table, except for a great many more than 3. Oh, that poor dormouse must be very comfortable. Although, as it's asleep, I suppose it doesn't mind.
Your hair wants cutting!
You shouldn't make personal remarks. It's very rude.
What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
2 days wrong! I told you butter wouldn't suit the word.
It was the best butter. long time.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't understand you.
The dormouse is asleep again.
Pour some tea on its nose. Of course, I wasn't just sitting on it. Every word you guys are saying. I want a clean teacup. Let's all move one, please.
If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's him.
I don't know what you mean. Of course you don't. I dare say you've never even spoken to time. Well, I do know that I have to beat time when I listen to music.
That accounts for it. He won't stand for beating. I quarreled with time last March, just before he went mad.
March, and March hat.
Don't you remember? It was at the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts. I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Pinch his nose and make it stop. This teacup has already been used. Let's all move on, please.
I'd hardly finished the first verse when the Queen bawled out, "He's murdering time! Off with his head!"
She does like that expression.
Ever since then, time won't do a thing. It's always tea time now. We never have time to wash the plates, the cups, the saucers.
And that's why you keep changing places. As things get used up, there must be a pink cup somewhere. But what happens when you're back where you started? I'm getting tired of this. Tell us a story. I'm afraid that I don't know one.
Wake up, Dormouse.
A story.
And be quick about it. You'll be asleep again before it's done.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and they lived in the bottom of Glasses Well. What did they live on? Glasses, of course, glass. More tea! Oh, I haven't had any yet. So she can't take more.
You mean she can't take less. It's easy to take more than nothing.
Nobody asked her opinion.
Who's making personal remarks now?
Oh, don't throw my sister asleep again.
Wake up,
wake up! I said these 3 little sisters, they were learning to draw, you know. What did they draw?